Hi, this is Tony Mitra once again on the 4th of June. And regarding COVID 19 protests, there's a lot of things now beginning to happen and mushrooming up platforms. So on LinkedIn, I've been coaxed to go back onto that platform, and there is a healthy discussion going on against forced lockdown and destruction of our economy and our liberty and all that. That's LinkedIn. And then there's another platform where people put up pictures and all and videos some called Flickr, Flickr. I have a membership there for wildlife photography that I do, birds mostly. And there I'm putting up these protest pictures and videos, and they're getting a look-see by an increasing number of people. So these are few examples. There are other platforms too, Twitter and Pinterest and this and that. I'm not too familiar with the groupings there. And then comes to MeWe and WhatsApp and Facebook. So on Facebook, there's a huge number of new groups that have come up, and it's almost driving me nuts because there are so many groups that you can hardly keep track of them, and all of them have the same, more or less the same agenda. I mean, some are protesting the mandatory vaccination, some are protesting 5G, some are just protesting uh, loss of jobs and forced lockdown and shutdown of small businesses. All of them are linked to subversion of our democracy. And there is a need for seriously protesting it. This is the biggest fight in our lives, at least in my life, and I think everybody else's lifetime. So there are this No More Lockdown, that's a group. There is the Line BC chapter, the Line. That's almost like a Q circle with a red cross across it. Then there's the human rights movement, also from Vancouver. Then there is a celebration of freedoms and rights everywhere. I go to the Surrey unit. Then there is one Manitoba Together. Then Our Choice Walk, and then Infectious Myth, and then there is the Canadian Revolution. That is got, I think, 20 or 30,000 people. Then there is Apples and Oranges, and then they stand against tyranny. There is BC Informed Consent. This is about vaccines, and so on and on. There's a huge number, and there is a new one that I joined only today. And then and then there's this public group called Glorious and Free, and that's from Ontario. And there are more than 1,000 people, I think, uh, as members, and they are thinking of starting a major letter writing campaign against Trudeau. And I joined that only today. And so there's all these platforms, and the thing is, when you make too many groupings, people can't do justice to all of them. I mean, you can't be in 20 groups or make any, you cannot contribute properly, cannot pay attention properly. There is a need for amalgamation, the groups joining together into a bigger platform. That's what I feel. And also the movement is, as I posted on this Glorious and Free group today, the protests are splintering everywhere. There's a small number of people, and the leaders don't seem to be much in communication with each other. And I don't see much sign of an effort to join hands and join groups together and to bring in more people. The youngsters are mostly missing. So all these issues are there. But anyway, today is just an update that there's a lot of things are happening. A hell of a lot of mushrooming up groups are coming up. And today, the new one I joined was Glorious and Free, thanks to a friend from Ontario that invited me there. We shall see. I'm an activist that writes a lot of letters, and I'm already composing a few to write to all the MPs and also separately to Trudeau. And then this Glorious and Free has got some sample letters which I will also send. The idea is to send all of that by 1st of July, Canada Day. There are some gatherings going on 1st of July in Ottawa, and also there is a plan to do something big in Victoria, in Vancouver Island, BC. So interesting times ahead, but at the same time, disastrous times, because Trudeau appears determined to convert Canada into a new protectorate of Bill Gatestan. That's it for today, and this is Tony Mitra. See you again maybe tomorrow.